Hey everyone, Chris here. During my conversation with magician Sean Borland this week, I wanted to see whether he would be able to show me any of the sort of mind reading illusions that he does live on the show. This particular one involved me choosing a single word out of 8 different books and him trying to guess the word that I'd chosen. We pulled it out the show just to keep the story flowing, but it was way too good not to share with you guys. I highly recommend checking it out on YouTube so you can sort of see how the thing unfolded and, of course, see my reactions at the end. I hope you guys enjoy.
But do we have time to try one more thing? Can I try something else real quick?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I've got a few books here. I'm just gonna hold these up for the people who are watching on YouTube. So I don't know if any
Yeah.
of those
So there's
jumped out
probably,
to you.
let's hold up again. So we've probably got what, 7 or 8 books. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna take the books and I'm just gonna move them from this side to this side. And then when
Yeah.
you want, you just say stop.
Okay. Stop.
Okay, so David Hastings, A Mistake. Do you know this one?
I don't know that one. No.
Have you read it? No?
Nope.
Okay, the previous one was You Are Not Your Brain. Okay, and the one after that is Jeu, culture et stratégie. I don't know what this is. I've been learning French recently. I think
Yeah.
I got this in a second hand shop. Okay, so I think this will work because a novel is actually better. So I'll show you there are 200 and odd pages. If we go to the
Yep.
very end, I think does
Yeah.
it go up to 300? Yeah, 300, right?
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
You go ahead and just pick any page that you want. Now, normally, if we were doing this in a living room or on stage, I would get someone to come up, they'd pick the book, and then I'd just say, go to any page. But I'm going to actually open the page for you.
Okay.
And a lot of people might be thinking, is there perhaps a mirror behind my screen? I assure you there's not. But when I
Mm-hmm.
show you the page in a moment, I will turn my head away and you can see hopefully there's no mirror behind me. I've
Yep.
never done this before on a podcast, but we'll do our best.
Give it a try.
So
Yeah.
just go ahead and name any page.
167.
Any particular reason why?
It was even when you were sort of looking at it, it just was the first number that popped into my head. And
Now
it wasn't any other number. I thought it was just that one.
I'm going to share something with you. When I say to people, name a number between 1 and 100, 67 comes up disproportionately. It comes up like a lot. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know why. I think people avoid the middle. They avoid the beginning. So it's usually either something like 43 or
Mm-hmm.
67. Now, with
Mm-hmm.
that knowledge, do you want to change your mind or do you want to stick to 167?
Let's change to 17.
Are you sure? Because I mean, I don't want you to later think that I influenced you. Like, allow
No,
this
no.
to be a free
I,
choice.
I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going
Going
with
with
the
the
flow.
flow. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will quickly go to page 17. So here we go. There is page 17 there. Now,
Yep.
what I'm going to do in a second is I will hold this book up closer to the camera. What I want you to do is just go through either from the top to the bottom or bottom to top or start in the middle, whatever you want, really. And I just want you to look for a word that jumps out at you. And again, we're going to go through a little visualization exercise. So don't choose and or if or at. Those words, unfortunately, are going to be quite flat and boring. We want like a long word, like an interesting
Yep.
word, probably like 8, 9, 10 uh, letters, something that you can really visualize. Okay, so
Already. I
there
think
is
if hold it, I think because of the pixelization, just hold it quite still.
okay.
And then,
So
and are
I
you going
will.
to
I don't know
try?
if you can see
Yeah,
my
you're going to,
head. My head
yeah.
is
So you're
turned
going to,
away.
I'll try and direct you a little bit. So move it up a
Okay.
little bit so I can see more of the page and then to your right. Yeah, keep coming, 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 keep coming. Okay, stop there. I've got a pretty good view of both pages now. So let me
So
just take a
don't
look.
tell me which word it is. Just make a
Yeah.
note of it in your mind.
Okay, I've got a word.
Got one?
Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So I mean, interesting. It's amazing how you can actually do magic on a
On Zoom or
podcast
whatever. Yeah,
through
yeah.
the magic of technology of the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, so just try and clear your mind for a second. Like take a deep breath. I know you're in work mode. You're doing a great
Yeah.
job so far. Thank you. This has been a really good experience. It's only my second ever podcast. So clear your mind and now just allow this word to sort of pop into your head and maybe think a little bit about some sort of image or an association. If it's a place, maybe imagine what that place looks like. If you've been there before, if it's an object, maybe you're
Hmm.
interacting with it in some way. If it's something edible, you're eating it. If it's an animal, whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll do the screen thing again because that worked quite well before. I just want you to imagine the word on a big screen in front of you. You're sitting in the cinema, you're looking up, and you just go through the letters. And I want you to go through every single one and just get to the end and focus on the last letter.
Hmm.
Look, I'm just going
Okay.
to take a random guess here. Obviously, I've got like a small chance of just randomly guessing this, but I'm just going to say it's not. Doesn't happen to be an O, is it? It's not. Okay. What was the last
Uh,
letter? Don't.
the No, sorry. There. Yeah, the last letter is an E.
It's an E. Okay. So let's try this. Focus now on the first letter,
Hmm.
and I want you to think of a country that starts with that letter. Anyone, any country, anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Have you got one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it.
Is this again? I'm just going to take a random guess here. Is this a country that you've never been to?
I have been there. Yeah.
Oh, you have been there. Interesting.
Yeah.
Through work or was it on holiday?
It was a holiday when I
A
was a kid.
holiday. Okay. And is this in Europe?
No.
It's not interesting. For some reason, the letter that's jumping out to me is an L, like L for Lima. Is
Yep.
it an L?
Correct. It's an L. Yeah.
It is an L. Okay, interesting. And I'm going to guess this is not something like Lithuania, right? You did not go to Lithuania on
No.
holiday. It's not something like that. I'm going to say, is this something like? Not sure. Nothing is really jumping out at me. What was the country? Where did you go?
Lebanon.
Oh, Lebanon. Interesting. Okay, so to Beirut. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Mediterranean. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Let's go back to this word. So whatever this word is, and again, remember we've got 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8
So,
books here, right? And I
yeah.
think you picked page 17 out of about 300.
Yeah.
Go back to this word, whatever this word is you're thinking about, and imagine yourself somehow interacting with it. So whatever that
Yeah.
means, it doesn't have to be today. It could be in the past. You could travel through time. If this is something very futuristic, you could go into the future. If this is something from the past, you could travel back in the past. And I want you to think about the context of how you would interact with this. Is this something that you would use in your family life? Is this something professional? Is this something that is, happy or sad? Like the more emotion you can connect to this, like the easier it's going to be for me to try and pick up on something. Yeah?
Got it. Got it.
Do
Yeah.
you have something in mind?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty clear.
So I feel as if you were going to pick future now or past, this would probably be something more in the past.
Correct.
Yeah, and is this something to do, is this now like an anachronism? Is this something which is outdated because of technology?
No.
No, it still
Do
exists.
you mean the memory or do you mean the object?
I mean, kind of like the object, for somehow I'm just picking something up here from like
Uh,
ancient times. I feel as if this is something like not quite like a carrier pigeon, but it's something kind of like used to be used a lot and maybe its value has changed now. And I think specifically
yeah.
what I'm picking up on is the relationship that you would have with this,
Hmm.
whatever it is you're thinking of. I think in the past it would be something. Is this something quite solitary? Is this would be
Yes.
something spend a lot of time alone in a remote place?
Yes. Correct.
Is it something to do with the sea?
Correct.
Okay, see, this is where my pulse is actually starting to get a little bit quicker because it's genuinely exciting for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's something to do with the sea, and I almost feel as if you would like physically suit this sort of like look or part. I could imagine you with a beard, maybe like a thicker beard,
Uh-huh.
and you're not a captain. It's not that. This isn't got something to do with like navigation or something. You're not like a rower or anything like that. Is this got something to do with is this got something to do with like rescue or danger, something kind of Coast Guard
Uh-huh.
related, something along those lines?
Uh-huh. Related, yeah.
Okay, really see the object, whatever this is you're thinking of, really try and clearly see it as clear as you can in your mind. Is this
Got it.
is this is this a lighthouse?
Yeah. It is a lighthouse. Wow. That's amazing. That is actually amazing. Because even on that page, I was bouncing between three different words. And lighthouse was the first one I picked up. Well, the other one was gunslinger, and the other one was photograph. But I really sort of picked on lighthouse. That's amazing. And I watched, when I watched Darren Brown, I'm always trying to pick it apart to figure out what cues. Because as you say, I can't even think of the number of possible words that we could have picked up on through the books. It must have been thousands upon thousands of different options. And yeah, I know you're not going to tell me, but it is one of those things where everybody wants to know, I think, what is going on and how you're doing it, because it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you can take this as a compliment or not or whatever, but you would not typically be the person who I would choose to do that type of
Uh-huh.
effect with. I would
Yep.
say you're like a medium, like a 5 or a 6 out of 10, because
Readable,
typically
yeah.
I don't do the psychological stuff with men. I find women are a lot more open to it and receptive
Oh,
and
interesting.
actually less skeptical, and that's not anything to do with I'm not being
Yeah, yeah,
critical of women or being like a misogynist or
yeah.
anything. It just not all women, but some women tend to just be more less competitive. Sometimes
Yeah.
men want to sort of almost block it because it's kind of like a oh, you're not going to read my mind. Where women are like,
It's a
oh, let's see what
competition.
happens.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more open. But you seem to be very friendly and open, which is good. But normally the success rate for that type of thing goes up a lot higher with a woman, and especially if it's someone who I get to interact with first. So that's
Yep.
to share a little bit of insight here into how these things actually work. I would say ninety
Yeah.
percent of it is choosing the right spectator.
Because I'd always wondered that, because obviously if you're doing this in a crowd of several hundred people, and you're trying to pick that particular audience member that you go, okay, great, I'm going to choose you because I can already get an instant feeling from you. Because even the audience member, you probably can't, you've never met them, likely, so you don't know who they are, but can you just get a look and a feel from someone's body language that they're going to be a good participant?
100%, hundred
Yeah.
percent. Yeah, I mean, what I would typically do, I'll talk you through the actual process if you want. So usually, and this is a kind of trade secret here, but usually I would meet some of them beforehand. I would maybe
Ah,
walk
okay.
around people who've arrived
Mm-hmm.
early, and I would just say hello and just make a little bit of chit chat. Just
Interesting.
small
Yeah.
talk, nothing to do with the performance. And if they seem overly excited, some people really love magic, and some people will
Yeah.
go to an astronomer.
Yep.
Sorry,
Astrologer.
astrologer. Yes, not
Yeah.
astronomer. I don't want the people who go to astronomers. Astrologer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
they'll regularly go to an astrologer. They might have a psychic. Maybe they're, you know, have a guardian angel, whatever. Just anything which is a little bit more about feeling, and they might not necessarily be able to explain if you were to say to them, how did you reach that conclusion? What was your thought process? They
Yeah.
don't know. A lot of times people can't answer that. It's just more, well, it feels good to me and I like it. That's the type of person I want. The more someone becomes, uh, has like a falsifiable network. I mean, you're a scientist yourself, right? So you're
Uh-huh.
actually the last person who I would want to do this type of thing with.
Well done.
Um,
Well done, by the way. You're 2 for 2 for getting even over Zoom as well. And you have less body language to go on because you're only seeing half my body as well.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, like the start of the call, you asked me if we'd be able to do something, and I said I'll make it work somehow. I just think once you've done this thousands and thousands and thousands of
Mm,
times, the good thing is you don't actually know. This is another little insight. You don't actually know what's going to happen in the end. So as long as
yeah.
you don't give someone, this is the beginning, middle, and an end, and there's an expectation as to what's going to happen, you can really improvise. And that was a kind of turning point for me in my journey as a magician, when I realized that if I just trust myself that I'll be able to handle any twists or turns, there is no right or wrong. And as long as you're always looking for opportunities, then, something incredible could happen.
And that's it for this episode. This podcast is independently produced, hosted, and edited by me, Chris Barron. Thank you so much for listening. Take care, and we'll see you next Monday.